Online. Sort of playing online. I am required to form parties, but yeah, sure, yeah. I've only got like 2 other people that play this game that I know of. Though that's not indicative of the popularity of the game. Just the number of people that I know. Gridani it is. Even though it would be more convenient to do the service here, since I'm already here, we'll do it in the game order. Why not? Let's see. Nojiro has a glut of gossip that has been dying to share with somebody. If you poke around looking for work, you must be an adventurer too, am I right? You won't find much here, I'm afraid. Seems the only thing people talk about these days is a nasty bit of business down there at Isamhar. Surely you heard the stories of a strange portal suddenly appearing in the ruins down there? Hey, don't give me that look. I'm only telling you what I overheard from the whalers. They say out on the other end of it is some sort of labyrinth. Thing is, every time they go down there to map the place out, nothing is the same. A mystery if I've ever heard of one. Frankly, I'm more than happy to let it stay a mystery. Strange apparitions, booby-trapped corridors, going down there is nothing short of suicide. Still, the prospect of treasure hunting is awful tempting. Don't take my word for it, though. Head down to Isamhar, and you can hear it straight from the Chocobo's mouth. Do that, do I?
I lost my son to the calamity.
The three seed seers are all together.
Some say you couldn't take a step without stumbling over a body. forebears were once strangers in the Twelveswood. Fearful of the Green Wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth. Yet they dreamed of basking in the dappled sunlight of the forest. Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals, and were granted a place beneath the boughs. So it was that Gridania was born, some 5 centuries ago. Working hand in hand, the Hyur and the Elysian settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races. So nourished by the waters of unity, and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into the great nation it is today.
Do you see the Gridanian standard? There, hanging behind the Elder Seedseer. The entwined serpents represent the unity between Hyur and Elysian. An elegant symbol, do you not agree?
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor for us. Though we Gridanians have no love for war, we have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. Ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelveswood. When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder that we might push back the encroaching darkness. And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean Alliance, that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threat. "5 years ago, the Alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Carteneau. It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost. As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice. Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity. The scars borne by our forest are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive. Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, and other unconscionable deeds. To compound our woes, the Ixwell have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable. So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon us.
Time was a man could walk
pox
the
on the
high
bloody
roads without
Ixwell.
fear.
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. Please join with me in honoring their memory.
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember, pray tell?
The destruction wrought by the calamity was indiscriminate. It dealt death to Eorzean and Garlean alike. Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about raising steel fortresses here in the Twelveswood. Let none be mistaken. The Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united. Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow man. Thence is harmony lost. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania. We are gathered here to honor the fallen. Let them be honored not only in word and thought, but through concerted action. I bid you, join hands with me once more beneath the Twin Adder standard. And together, let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs. For serenity, purity, and sanctity. We must think of the children!
Woods will be done.
It's up to us to protect the
All
forest.
the elementals!
If you'll permit me, Alphino. And my sister, Alize, at your service. I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler. You might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in pursuit of enlightenment.
The Gridanians are unfortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. The XIV are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition, and want to summon their bloodthirsty primal, Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and having long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. Alas, they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned their primal Raman. The Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict the last resort. Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Trollswood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will that take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixial will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war. When it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them then? Your sisters don't talk much. She don't need to talk to be useful. Yeah. I think it's kind of silly to come all the way out here just to see that. You could just have a cinema. Well, you haven't traveled all the way out here. Other workers. Greetings and welcome to the Leatherworkers Guild. Here we produce the finest leather goods, taking care to honor the lives that were sacrificed in their creation. All leather armor is worn by archers and lancers of this great nation. Favored to all who prefer their protection does not come at the cost of mobility. If you wish to place an order, I bid you visit Fenniel Fineries. If, on the other hand, you mind to join our guild, it should be I'd be happy to assist you. Might you be interested in becoming a leatherworks? Nah, fine. A pity, but better than a grudging yes. Guildmaster Diva expects nothing less than complete dedication. Should you ever wish to learn our craft, come and speak to me again. It should be my pleasure to furnish you with the necessary information. Such a boring thing. Crafting should only be as complex as in Monster Hunter. Outside of that, I'm not interested. Passage through the White Wolf Gate. Yamrai, is it not? I have been following your exploits with great interest. You have served Ul'dah well, but I believe your greatest accomplishments are yet to come. It is with such lofty expectations that I would grant you passage beyond Gridania's own White Wolf Gate. Take this pass and show it to Franchir Moto, the gatekeeper. Gird yourself well for the battles to come, and I am sure news of your deeds will reach me again before long. It's just full of people. It's good that I started off in Ul'dah. Only those who possess a gate pass may travel through the White Wolf Gate. It is for your own good. The fearsome beasts that lurk beyond would tear an unprepared adventurer from limb to limb. You got papers? Let us see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. Go in safely, Miamurai. In the future, should you wish to pass, you need only say the word. Stand before White Wolf Gate. You wish to exit the central shroud? Yeah, sure. God, I hate those things. see the other speech. And actually, we'll finish up one of our missions with the Pugilist Guild, too. I am pleased to say I managed to find and whack all the dummies. You did well to deploy them where you did, son. Thanks to you, I almost got killed several times. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and I'm feeling stronger than I have in ages. As a matter of fact, I reckon I'm not far from regaining my former strength. One last step will get me there, and I'll take it by having another bout with you, Yamurai. I want you to meet me out in the Scully Desert at a settlement called Forgotten Springs. The place is home to the most luscious Miku maidens this side of Eorzea. Gods, I can't wait to take in their lovely forms again. any mapping of Glimpsa and Mimosa. Mainly because I find that name ridiculous. Ooh, all that money. Gone, gone, gone. For white mage. I may go that route someday. So, yeah. This stuff? No. lot of spirit bonded stuff. I had no idea. Make some material out of it, honestly. Okay, down to. Oh, that got me. Oh well. Five, huh? there? Fine, let's take a look. Oh, there it is. Right. Okay. The landscape takes me back, it does. Sand as far as the eyes can see. Crystal clear spring waters cooling your feet. Scantily clad lasses giggling as they bathe and frolic. I well remember these things. My bodies have forgotten the seamless combinations that earned me this epithet of Holy Fist. This is before I have you enter, Yamurai. Sparring with you was what first got me back into the swing of things. Now it's time to finish the job. But before we begin, some warm-up is in order. I want you to take yourself across the dunes to the south and defeat 5 sandworms. I'll be waiting for you here. What? Don't I need to warm up too? Oh, don't you worry. I had mine long before you arrived. Those enormous buggers never knew what hit them. Ha ha ha. If you don't want to be outdone by this old man, you'd best run along and give them more of the same. Pay attention to my life. Yeah, I want to walk. I guess I should have set my waypoint there, but I would have been able to get here fast. This is with the new equipment. Okay, it's important to watch your health in this game. Especially when you're fighting like or high level creatures. You're just so used to not dying. Yeah, I'm not gonna be too Nothing to see here. Reminds me I need to finish Xenoblade Chronicles X. Or Cross. Whatever. Be crazy Japanese. God, but that's another one. I mean, it just takes, 60 hours to finish everything. Or 100 hours, really. If you want to finish everything. But 60 is kind of like the minimum. I could definitely use for some additional levels. I should spend some time on here, but I don't know. That's like super boring to watch, isn't it? I guess not any more boring than if I was playing like World Final Fantasy, watching me do all those fights. You were the bastards that got me last time. Oh, sure. Time I can do it. 6 at a time, not so much. Ooh, I'm a long way towards 31. Ah, so you've seen the sandworms. Marvelous. Now the real training can begin. Thanks to you, I've managed to get most of my stamina back. I'm confident that I can go the distance with the fittest of them. But if I'm to defeat Wegfire, I need more than just endurance. I'll need to remember how each strike transitions to the next, and you're going to help me refresh my memory by pummeling the sense back into me. 34 is in there. 30's in there. Use Snap Punch and Holy Fist 3 times. Aha! This is what I call growing pains. Now we fight. This time I'm going to give as much as I get. Oh, not paying attention to my health again. This kind of makes sense. Alright, it's time to take a break anyway. Alright, this is audap, you're watching Final Fantasy 14 Online, Stormblood. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.